Welcome back to Aboard Navy Blue. You're joining us in part 2 of our tour of the Channel Islands, and today we're entering Jersey. Because we had a dog with us, we had to go into the owner's marina and not the visitor marina, which meant it was a bit more complicated getting in, as there are a set of traffic lights. The next day we went to catch a bus from the town terminal.
So hello, good day, because it's now about 1:45. Dad's taken Ernie to the shore and it's just this huge, wide expanse of beach. It's both super wide and super long. So, I mean, it's quite a trek to go from the slipway to the shoreline. Nice bus ride over as well. Bus driver was really nice, let us on with the dog.
The next morning, Dad and I visited the Jersey War tunnels. Although it wasn't a particularly fun trip out, I would definitely recommend visiting the tunnels, as it's important to learn about what happened to these islands and their people during the German occupation. The next morning we left Jersey and headed off to Sark.
Hello, it's the next day. We're just heading out of Jersey. It's really nice sea state. The waves are a decent height, but they've got quite a nice period, which means that there's more time in between them. They take longer to pass. And we're upwind, but it really doesn't feel like upwind because there's not much wind. It's about 8 or 9 knots tops, and we've got all the sails out, and we're not really heeling that much, which is really nice. Hopefully I'll do some fishing as well and try and catch something at high tide. We're now just approaching Sark. It's about 7 knots of wind, so we're having to motor sail in. That big rock there is called Letak, and Letak is also the name of some places on Jersey. I assume it's because Letak is the closest point of land from the other Channel Islands to Jersey, I assume, or the other way around. So I've just dropped Dad off at the beach and I'm coming back for Mum and Ernie. So we just arrived on the beach in Sark, really nice anchorage, but we've got an app set up so that we can keep an eye on the boat because anchors can drag if you didn't know, and so the boat can move. It's not very common, but it happens, and so we need to keep an eye on it. So we've got an app set up which will just make sure that we're not going to be on the rocks or drifting. But the thing is, the wind angle is staying this way, so we shouldn't have too much of a swing around the radius of our anchor, which is good.
After landing on the beach in the dinghy, we took the pass from Dixcart Bay to the town.
We've had a drink and we're sort of just walking around Sark, and it's just so beautiful. There's lots of tractors, lots of bikes. There's a bike hire place. It's an estate agent's, which is pretty funny. For such a small island with a population of only 500, you've got a estate agent's. I just wonder what life is like out of season, because it's all nice and perfect during the summer, but in the winter it's probably not so nice.
We came from down there, didn't we?
So tomorrow is the Sark sheep racing competition, but sadly we're missing it because we're off to Alderney tomorrow.
Let's get Ernie in the shot.
The next morning we left the anchorage in Dixcart Bay and headed off for Alderney.
Good morning. Well, just coming into Alderney. We've probably got about an hour, half an hour left to go. We've got at least an hour to go, but we're coming into Alderney from Sark, and we can see the Cherbourg Peninsula over the other side, which is really awesome. It's just such a nice coastline. It's really beautiful. So, really sunny day. We're going about 8.5 knots.